The rain pounded against the cabin windows like it was trying to break in, but inside, the real storm was just starting. At precisely 4:15 p.m., my sister Amanda didn't accidentally spill her glass of Merlot. She poured it right onto my 6-year-old son Noah's watercolor masterpiece. He'd poured his heart into that painting for 3 whole days, a vibrant scene of the mountain view from our family's old retreat, meant as a special gift for his grandpa. Now, crimson liquid seeped into the greens and blues, buckling the paper and turning his creation into a smeared disaster. "Kids gotta learn the world's not a playground for his scribbles," Amanda slurred, her tone lazy and sharp. "It's cluttering up the damn table anyway. Time to man up." She drained her glass, plunked it down on the soggy mess with a sloppy thud, and scanned the room like she expected applause. Uncle Tom, lounging on the couch, slapped his thigh and barked a laugh. "That's a $50 reality check, little man. Swallow it or get swallowed." The chuckles spread like wildfire, harsh, mocking. My mom, Linda, tittered anxiously, always the peacemaker. My cousin smirked from the corner. "Noah?" He went rigid, eyes glued to the ruin, tiny fists quivering. "No tears, no outburst. Just a kid shrinking into nothing." I didn't yell or grab a rag. I froze, watching my boy bite his lip bloody, willing himself invisible. In that heartbeat it hit me, this wasn't just cruelty. It was a handover. The same invisible leash I dragged around for 31 years. The one that whispered, "Stay quiet, stay small, don't rock the boat." I was seeing Noah inherit my scars, learning to fawn, to grin through the gut punch so the grown-ups stayed comfy. If I didn't snap that chain now, he'd wear it forever, apologizing for existing. The air thickened, electric with decades of buried crap. I glanced at my dad Robert, at the table's end. His face was granite, but I knew the tells. White knuckles on his knife, jaw ticking like a bomb. The cabin felt like a pressure cooker about to blow. I rose, chair screeching like nails on a chalkboard, slicing the laughter dead. "No cleanup. No jokes." I planted myself between Amanda and Noah, a human wall. For once, no urge to fix or smooth. Just cold truth settling in. Bridges were burning, and I held the match. "You got a kick out of that," I said, voice level as a judge's gavel. "Watching a child build something beautiful, then smashing it for fun." Amanda snorted, refilling her glass with sloppy flair. "Emily, chill out. It's just paper. I'm helping him, teaching real life over kiddie crafts." "Real life," I echoed, the word bitter as bile. The room hushed. Amanda's smirk wobbled. Mom gasped, panic rising. But before I could unload, Mom jumped in. Not to hug Noah, but to snatch napkins and scrub the table furiously. "Oh, Amanda, such a klutz. Emily, don't fuss. Accidents happen. We'll grab him a fresh sketchpad, maybe with markers." Her smile was plastic, eyes begging, "Let's keep it nice, folks. It's Memorial Day weekend. Family time." Watching her ignore the kid for the mess, pity turned to clarity. Mom wasn't clueless. She was hooked on the fake happy family high, sacrificing us quiet ones to feed it. She'd let Noah bleed to spare the rug. "Spot on," Amanda chimed, bolder now. "He's too wimpy. Emily spoils him rotten. I'm the tough love he needs." That did it, the last straw snapping. Dad Robert stood, slow as an ancient oak uprooting, and the room shifted. What was he about to unleash? The cabin's warmth turned icy as Dad towered there, his presence sucking the oxygen out. He didn't rush, he lumbered to the fireplace mantel, eyeing the carved wooden plaque, "Family First" in fancy script. A long beat, then he wheeled on Mom. "You mopped the table," he rumbled, low and lethal. Not a glance at the boy. Just fretting over a wood scratch. Mom stiffened, soggy napkin dripping. "Robert, don't overreact. I'm just keeping the peace." He cut in, thunder building. "Ain't no peace here, Linda. Just suffocating quiet, and I'm done bankrolling it." He stared at his right hand, twisting his silver wedding band, stuck deep after 42 years. With a grunt, he headed to the sink, squirted soap, and wrestled it off, wincing as it popped free. Back at the table, he dangled it over the wine-soaked painting, then let it drop plunk, splattering red on the cloth. "I'm finished guarding your illusions," he said. And shielding you. The silence? A black hole, devouring everything. Mom gaped at the ring like it'd bite. Amanda forced a brittle laugh. Pops, you losing it? Divorcing over a kid's doodle? Lame. Dad ignored her, unzipping his duffel in the corner. Out came a battered brown leather journal, spine cracked from years. He thumped it down. Been an architect for 4 decades, Amanda. I design structures that last, spot flaws before they crumble. I log weaknesses. He flipped it open, pages crammed with his tidy script, dates, figures, notes. 4 years back, he traced, you hit me up for $6,500. Startup gear for my vlogging gig, you claimed. Amanda folded her arms, sneering. Yeah, and I mostly squared it. This some shakedown. Not a cent repaid, Dad said flatly. But that's small potatoes. I started logging it all, not just your loans. Mom's grocery extras, fix-up funds that vanished. Savings dips for crises. Hired a pro auditor to trace the cash flow. Mom whimpered, hand outstretched. Robert, not here, not now. Everyone hears this, he boomed. Because everyone's mocked Emily. Mocked Noah. Called insoft. But they're the payers, not the takers. His eyes met mine, raw regret. I let this fester, Emily. Let you feel second best. But I was tallying, counting every dime. He turned pages, stapled bank slips, highlighted transfers. This ain't handouts, Amanda. It's extortion. The room hung on his words, but his finger paused on a bold red entry. What horror was buried there, waiting to explode? Dad's gaze bored into Mom's, her face crumbling under it. Biggest hit, 4 years ago, Labor Day bash we skipped, 'cause you were under the weather, Linda. His voice cracked steel. Mom shook her head wildly, tears flying. Robert, enough. Protect our. You didn't protect squat, he snarled, flipping to a glued-in police blotter copy. The $182,000 wasn't investments or gifts. It was payoff cash. I reeled, the world tilting. I recalled that stretch, Amanda backpacking Europe for inspo, Mom said. But now. 4 years back, Dad laid it out. Amanda drove sloshed from a rave. Smashed a parked SUV, then clipped a 20-year-old jogger with her pup. Didn't brake, bolted. Hit and run felony. Gasps ripped the air. Mom collapsed into sobs, rocking. You raided our nest egg, Dad accused her. $182,000 to hush it, slick lawyer buried charges, settlement to the victim's kin, off-books body shop for the dents. Told me it was a fender bender, settled quiet. Lies. He slammed the journal, boom, like a gavel. Stole our golden years to shield her mess. Then you let her trash a kid's art, 'cause you drilled in, wreck stuff, no fallout. Amanda went ghost pale, lips flapping silent. The family facade shattered, myths bleeding out. She bolted up, fluffing her designer top, grasping at shreds of swagger. Big deal, she spat. Mishap. Mom bailed me, real moms do. Unlike you, bitter 'cause she picks me. Dad eyed her like a blueprint flaw. You got zilch without us. From the journal's rear pocket, he drew a creased deed, slapping it beside the ring and ruined art. This cabin? My dad's bequest, my name only. Yours ain't on it, Linda. Selling tomorrow to claw back what you drained. You can't boot us. Mom wailed, clutching her heart. Storms raging, where to? Crash with your golden girl, Dad shrugged, flat as concrete. He swung to Amanda, and your funds? 10 minutes ago, while you wrecked Noah's work, I flagged the account's fraud. Banks frozen all cards, bizline, everything. Amanda whipped out her phone, thumbs blurring. App open, she tapped. And deflated. Declined, she breathed, world cracking. There she was, the tyrant, the fave, shriveling sans the cash for. Her empire? Leased on our dime. Lease revoked. Your clout was borrowed, Dad echoed my brain. Landlords evicting. He flung the door wide, rain lashing in, wind howling. Out. Now. Amanda scanned for allies, Uncle Tom averted eyes, floor suddenly riveting. Mom? Useless heap of tears. Finally, her gaze hit me, raw begging. Emily, say he's nuts. Don't let this happen, I'm blood. But as I stared back, memories flooded, decades of her barbs, her thefts. The silence she'd forced on Noah. On me. What would I choose? Mercy or freedom? Rain hammered the porch like gunfire as Amanda stood there, eyes pleading like a cornered animal. I thought of the barbs she'd flung my way for 31 years, the snide digs at my boring life, the way she'd always grabbed the spotlight while I faded back. The wine on Noah's painting. Just her latest power play. But now, stripped bare, she was a ghost of that bully. Clock's ticking, I said, ice in my veins. Roads'll flood soon. Her face twisted, shock, then fury flickering back. But no bite left. She grabbed her coat, muttering curses, and stormed out into the deluge, Mom trailing like a lost pup, wailing apologies to no one. Uncle Tom and the cousins slunk after, mumbling excuses. Door slammed, and the cabin exhaled. We three, Noah, Dad, me, sat in the hush, rain drumming a new rhythm. Dad knelt by Noah, ruffling his hair. Sorry you saw that, buddy. But sometimes, you gotta clear the rot to build strong. Noah nodded, small but steady. It's okay, Grandpa. Can I paint another? Dad's eyes misted. Hell yeah. We'll frame it proper. 6 months on, sunlight poured into our fresh condo, crisp, urban glow over a bustling park, not the cabin's dim woods. Smaller than Dad's old marital pad, but no eggshells crunching underfoot. No sighs guilting you. Pure calme. I lounged on the rug, watching Dad and Noah knee-deep in wood shavings on a tarp. Dad was schooling him on a handsaw for a custom frame. Double-check measurements, Noah, he coached, warm and unhurried. Solid frame protects the heart inside. Like this. Noah beamed, soaring slow, focus laser-sharp. Perfect, champ. Mom holed up in a cramped apartment nearby, firing off whiny emails on fancy paper. You wrecked our rep, shamed me at bingo, so heartless. I deleted em unread. Her piece tax? Bill cancelled. Amanda? Slanging gadgets at a strip mall booth. Audit avalanche buried her in fines, sold her ride, crammed into a dingy efficiency. First taste of gravity without the net, and it smacked hard. Noah? No more flinching at spills. He slopped paint freely now, giggling at messes, wiping em casual. No explosions looming. The toll was steep, family torched to ash. But eyeing Dad's easy grin, Noah's carefree laugh, it was a steal. We raised the facade to rescue the core. Yet as I reflected, a nagging whisper hit. Was the break clean, or would old ghosts creep back? Months ticked by, and the new normal settled like fresh concrete. Solid, unyielding. But ghosts? They don't vanish easy. One crisp fall evening, my phone buzzed, unknown number. I almost swiped ignore, but curiosity won. Emily? It's Amanda. Her voice? Thin, cracked, not the cocky drawl I knew. I gripped the phone, heart thudding. What do you want? A pause, rain pattering outside like that fateful night. I need help. Lost the job. Eviction notice. Mom's no use, her place is a shoebox, and she's broke too. Laughter bubbled up, bitter. And I'm your bailout? I'm sorry, she rushed. For everything. The painting, the years of crap. I get it now, without the handouts. It's brutal out here. I pictured her, designer duds swapped for thrift threads, that smug aura popped. Part of me ached, the kid sister buried under the monster. But Noah's face flashed, his tremble that day, the silence she'd ceded. Apologies don't rebuild bridges you burned, I said. Figure it out. Like I did. Click. Line dead. Relief washed over, mixed with a pang. Was I too harsh? Or just free? Winter hit hard, holidays looming sans the old chaos. Dad hosted a quiet spread in the condo, turkey laughs, no landmines. Noah unveiled his latest art, a cityscape exploding in color. We framed it proud on the wall. But Christmas Eve, a knock. Mom, bundled in a ratty coat, eyes red-rimmed. Can I come in? Just for a bit. Dad stiffened at the door. Linda. Please, she begged. Amanda's crashing with me. It's hell. I see now. I enabled it all. Ruined us. The air hung heavy. Noah peeked from the hole, curious. I stepped up. Seeing ain't enough. You gotta own it, no more excuses. She nodded, tears freezing on her cheeks. I'm trying therapy. Cutting her off too. Dad sighed, stepping aside. One chance. Coffee only. We talked, raw real. No fairy tale fix, but a crack in the wall. As she left, promising change, doubt lingered, real shift, or another con. Spring bloomed, and with it, whispers of reconciliation. Amanda texted apologies, job updates, a diner gig, scraping by. Mom joined a support group for enablers. Tentative coffees turned to dinners, boundaries ironclad. One park picnic, Noah handed Amanda a drawing. For you, Aunt Mandy. Start fresh. She teared up, hugging him gentle. Thanks, kid. I'll treasure it. Watching, warmth spread. Not full trust, scars run deep. But maybe, just maybe, from the ashes, something sturdier grew. Yet as summer neared, an old envelope arrived, legal jargon inside. What fresh twist threatened our hard-won peace? The envelope was thick, official, postmarked from a law firm downtown. My gut twisted as I slit it open in the condo kitchen, Dad peering over my shoulder. What's this now? Papers spilled, a lawsuit notice. Amanda suing for familial support and emotional distress, claiming Dad's account freeze wrecked her life. Mom listed as co-plaintiff, alleging abandonment. I laughed, hollow, disbelieving. After all that? They're dragging us to court. Dad's jaw set. Predators don't quit easy. We'll fight. Noah, eavesdropping, frowned. Aunt Mandy mad again? Just grown-up stuff, bud, I soothed, but inside fury boiled. We'd clawed freedom, now this clawback? We lawyered up quick, a sharp attorney who smelled blood. Easy win, she said. Your dad's ledger? Gold. Police report? Slam dunk. Countersue for fraud if needed. Discovery dragged, depositions unearthing more dirt, Amanda's shady biz deals, Mom's secret loans. Court day loomed like a storm cloud. In the sterile courtroom, Amanda slouched in a ill-fitting suit, Mom fidgeting beside. Our side? Rock solid, ledger on display. Judge eyed the evidence pile. This reeks of entitlement, he grumbled. Amanda's lawyer stammered weak defenses, ours shredded M. Verdict, dismissed with prejudice. Plus, restitution ordered, Amanda to repay chunks, Mom's assets scrutinized. Outside, Amanda cornered me, defeated. Why fight? We're blood. Blood don't mean blind, I shot back. Earn trust or stay gone. She slunk away, tail tucked. Mom lingered, whispering, I'll appeal, or maybe not. But her fire was out. Post-trial, peace reigned deeper. Dad dated a kind widow from his bridge club, laughs echoing in the condo. Noah thrived at school, art club star. I started a blog, Breaking Chains, sharing our saga anonymously, comments flooding with freedom echoes from fellow survivors. One entry went viral, hits from strangers spilling similar hells. Support groups linked it, a podcast invite followed. Recording that first episode, Mike Hot, I hooked em. Ever watch your kid inherit your pain? I did, and snapped the cycle. Listeners poured in, Chicago midnight, your story's mine. LA dawn, thanks for the guts. Community bloomed, healing in shares. But amid the highs, a private message pinged, from an unknown, claiming I know the real hit-and-run victim. She wants closure. Heart racing, I replied. What buried secret was resurfacing now? The message glowed on my screen. I'm the jogger Amanda hit. Saw your blog, matches the timeline. Need to talk. Not for cash, for truth. My hands shook. 4 years buried, now exhumed? I met her, Katie 24 now, at a quiet cafe. Scar faint on her arm, but eyes haunted. Broke my leg, killed my dog. Settlement gagged me, but your story? Screams for justice. She had proof, withheld photos, witness statements the lawyer buried. Prosecute? She asked. I nodded. For Noah. For us all. We tipped off DA, old case reopened. Amanda arrested at her diner shift, cuffs clicking amid gawking customers. Mom grilled as accessory after the fact. Trial 2, Media Circus. Golden Child's downfall headlines blared. Katie testified raw, Dad's ledger sealed it. Guilty, probation, restitution, community service. Amanda crumbled in court, I was scared. Entitled. Rehab's helping. Post-sentencing, she approached, no excuses. I'll make amends, if you'll let me. Skeptical, but I agreed to supervised visits. Slow rebuild, her helping Noah paint, awkward but earnest. Mom? Therapy stuck this time. She volunteered at shelters, owning her role. I failed you, she admitted over tea. Rebuilding from scratch. Family dinners resumed, guarded, but genuine. Laughter real, no undercurrents. Noah's art show, his pieces shown, including a family portrait. Us smiling, Amanda and Mom tentative in the back. We fixed it, Mom, he beamed. Pride swelled. From ruin to renewal. But life twists, blog fame led to a book deal. Silent no more. Outlining the break, the heel. Launch night packed room, I hooked, one spill shattered illusions. But from the mess? Strength. Q&A buzzed, a fan shared, your freedom sparked mine, left my toxic clan. Impact rippled. Yet signing books, a shady figure lingered, private eye. Your ex-family's plotting revenge. Watch your back. Adrenaline surged. What scheme brewed in the shadows? Paranoia crept in post-launch, shadows longer, locks double-checked. The PI's tip, Amanda's bitter ex-friends sniffing for dirt. Mom's whispering to lawyers about defamation in your book. I hired security, looped in Dad. We weathered worse, he gruffed. Stand tall. Confrontation came swift, cease and desist letter, claiming libel. Our attorney laughed it off, truth's no libel, and fired back with countersuit threats. Amanda called, voice strained, not me. Mom's idea, old habits. I'll talk her down. She did, letter withdrawn. But trust? Fragile as glass. Summer brought closure, group therapy session, all in. Tirs, truth, tentative. We're flawed, I said. But choosing better. Noah, wiser now, sketched us as a mended puzzle, pieces fitting, scars showing. Book toured nationally, NYC crowds, Texas drolls, Cali vibes, all chanting freedom. Podcast hit top charts, sponsors rolled in. One stop, Seattle, fan meetup. A woman approached, I'm Katie's sister. She says thanks, your push gave her peace. Warmth bloomed. Ripples widening. Homebound, Dad proposed to his girlfriend. Simple ring, big smiles. Wedding small, park vows, Noah ringbearer. As toasts flowed, Amanda raised glass, to new starts. Emily, you saved us by breaking us. Nods all around. Family redefined, not bloodbound but choice forged. Yet at reception's end, my phone dinged, anonymous text. Watch the kid. Old debts die hard. Pulse racing, I scanned the crowd. Was the past truly buried, or just biding time? The threat lingered like smoke, but vigilance paid off. Security traced the text, burner phone, tied to one of Amanda's shady ex-pals. Petty grudge, no real teeth. Cops handled it, false alarm. Relief settled. But lessons stuck, freedom's a guardpost, not a vacation. Years blurred, Noah hit teens, art prodigy with gallery shows. Dad's marriage thrived, grandkids on the horizon? Maybe. Amanda rebuilt, sober, counseling gig helping enablers. Paying forward, she said at our monthly dinners. Mom? Humble pie swallowed, she authored a memoir addendum to mine, The Enablers Wake Up. Our story? Folklore in support circles. The spill that started it all. Inspiring walks away from toxic ties. If you've shattered chains for sanity, shout freedom below. You're not alone, we're the rebuilders. And as I close this tale, remember, one drop can flood the dam. What drop will break yours?